Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and for the benefit of those who...
Just some quiet, please, folks.
For the benefit of those who haven't got it in front of them, the first 3 points in the recommendation remain unamended, with number 4 added, which says, notwithstanding any future developments, the current preference of Gedling Borough Council is that we are not part of any merger which includes Nottingham City Council. The reason that we've added, Councillor Hughes and myself have added at the start, notwithstanding any future developments, is because there may be some kind of miraculous development that means that merging with the city would be acceptable to us and to our residents. I can't imagine what that would be, but I think it would be unfair given the amount of work that has been done to hamstring the process completely by ruling it out under any circumstances. But let me start off, Mr. Mayor, by saying that in addition to the survey of colleagues here that was carried out by the council, I did a resident survey myself in my patch, and only 26% of respondents wanted to be part of the city. 51% wanted no change. And I understand we've heard that that's not an option, but then we were told that the councils had to have 500,000, the new councils, and Nottingham City doesn't have that, and yet PwC, who have been paid £100,000 to come up with this report, 1/3 of their recommendations are unacceptable under the terms that were set. I don't think we need to rehearse the arguments against going into the city again. I think we all know what they are. We know it's unpopular. We know it would cost £8 million more money to organise it. We know it would increase council tax on our residents inevitably at a time when costs are already going up. I had my water bill this week that's gone up over £100 a year. Many of our residents cannot afford another council tax increase. I think this whole project, and there'll be more to say on this later perhaps, but this whole project really is covering up the lack of funding that local government has had for the past 15 years. And it's trying to cover up the fact that Nottingham City Council is an incredibly badly run council, or certainly has been in the past. I heard the leader of the City Council say that it's not fair that people from the districts go into the city and use their services. Well, nobody in the districts forced them to set up an energy company that lost £50 million and left them in the perilous financial state that they've been in, and have required many government bailouts, when we're all very aware in this chamber that Gedling has had the scraps from that table when it comes to government funding. I just want to quote, Mr. Mayor, the words yesterday on social media of the former Deputy Leader of Nottingham City Council, Sally Longford. She was commenting on those elsewhere in the county who oppose a merger with the city. And she said, "They are hunkering down in your rotten little boroughs, a meaningless collection of suburban towns." I'm going to say that again. Hunkering down in your rotten little boroughs, a meaningless collection of suburban towns. I don't think anyone in this room would endorse the fact that we are hunkering down, or that Gedling or any other borough is a rotten borough. I mean, for someone who was in leadership of Nottingham City Council to say that is quite something. We are not a meaningless collection of suburban towns. Gedling means something to the people that live here and the people that work here, and it should continue to mean something. So that's why my first preference is that we stay as we are, but I accept that's not where we are. But at all costs, I believe Gedling Borough Council must be kept out of the city as things currently stand. So that's why this amendment says, notwithstanding any future developments, our current preference is to stay out. So I understand the point that discussions are ongoing, and we will come to a view at the end. I hope we'll be asked for, in a meaningful way, for that view. But as things stand, it's unacceptable. And Councillor Ellis mentioned about we need to look ahead perhaps 50 years. If we're looking ahead 50 years, why has this whole thing been rushed through in 7 weeks? And we've been given 6 months, virtually from start to finish, including the consultation, which I understand is going to happen over the summer when everyone's on holiday or looking after their children or doing other things. The whole thing is completely unacceptable as things stand. It should have been properly planned. There should have been proper consultation with the public before these ideas were come up with. And I think there should have been a referendum on the same day as the 2027 local elections, and we could have gone from there. That would have been actual devolution, not what we're being handed now to put our name to. So I'll close there, Mr. Mayor, and I urge everyone to support the amendment. Thank you.